Hello friends, and welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful morning so far. We've got Leesky out here. We got some of our bucklings out here. They are ready to be sold. So the ones that we haven't sold right here off the farm, today what we're going to do is, here in a minute, I'm fixing to hook up to our stock trailer. And I'll be back in here, and we're going to start loading these goats up, all but one. This is going to be a big transition and a learning period for Leesky. He has grown up with these goats right here, so we're chose to keep one, which we have one in mind that we really want to keep for our herd. And if he turns out to be great like we think he's going to, he will probably be our next herd sire over here in our Spanish and Kiko goat herd. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to back the trailer up, we're going to load all these goats, and we're going to take them to an auction. Normally what we'll do is once these kids are born, we'll raise them with the mom, and until it's weaning time. When it's time for weaning, we'll move them over here to the small field, and we'll keep the moms all over there on a separate field. Well, once they get to be about this age right here, it's about the prime time to start selling them. And what we'll do is we'll take them to the auction, and they'll either be sold for meat consumption or for breeding bucks for other farms. Now, before we do take them to an auction, we usually put an ad on Craigslist and some Facebook groups and stuff like that, and kind of advertise the whole herd for sale. Like if there's any in here, we'll take individual pictures and stuff, and if there's one that people can't live without, they'll say, hey, how much do you want for this one, and we'll sell them right off the farm. Now, we normally don't do a ton of that and advertise, because then you're dealing with all kinds of strangers and people coming to the farm and stuff. So anyway, that's enough talking about that. Here in a minute, I'm going to load up the trailer and get it backed up here, and then here in a little bit, Rachel and my dad will help me. You never quite know how this goat wrangling is going to go. I don't even know how many we got. We got over probably 10 we're going to be hauling to the auction. And I just don't know how Leesky's going to react to only having one goat here with him. The next transition, like I was talking about earlier, is him actually bonding with the adult goats. Sometimes these young pups like to play around, and you know how puppies are. They'll kind of bite around on the goats, and you don't want them biting their ears or their tails or nothing, but sometimes they'll play around with them. A lot of times when they try this with these adult goats, they'll actually turn around and headbutt them, which is part of the training process. It usually doesn't hurt them, it just teaches them a lesson. So enough rambling, I'm gonna get the trailer hooked up and get ready to load these guys up. So you guys know I always say work smarter, not harder, but I got a little idea. And sometimes I like to push myself a little bit to see if I can do things without asking for help. So I'm gonna get a bucket of feed. And if you guys follow us, we got the little corral type system between the two hog pens down there. There's a little bit of an area where I think all these goats will fit in there. I'm gonna get a bucket of feed, open that up, and pour it in there and see if the goats will follow me in there. If I can get them in there, I think I can back this trailer right up to it and get them loaded without any help. So I don't have any help yet, so let's try this out and see if it works. Leesky, you think this will work, buddy? You're probably not going to be much help, because you're going to want attention, and you're not going to let the goats get close to me, are you? All right, boys. Dinner's up. I might have messed up, because last night I did feed these guys over here in their little feed bin. They might not be that hungry. I don't know. Come on, guys. Come on. The only other thing that might not work out is if the pigs come over here, because pigs are pigs. You start shaking a bucket like this, they're gonna come no matter what. Even though they got a feeder full of food, this is something new. They don't want to miss out. Come on, goat. Come on. I know you'll come. I need your goats. All right, didn't take them long to find this bucket of feed. And no goats, but you can see I got 3 of these panels set up. So I got a little makeshift corral that'll hold 20 or 30 goats right there, and we don't have nearly that many, do we, to load. So now I just gotta coerce those goats to come. And please tell me they don't have feed left in their feed bin. Okay, I clearly messed up. I should not have fed them last night. That was a big mistake. They just want to stay right here. So now I'm gonna have to work harder and drag each one of them panels up here one by one. They're not heavy, it's just a pain. And then I gotta take them back. But it'd probably still be a lot faster than trying to catch these goats one by one. Because since we did the lean-to, I don't have a corral system set up to get them in there and just load them right through. It is what it is. It's just gonna take a little time. No big deal. Little exercise anyways. All right, we got 3 panels set up. I'm using the fence for the forest side. They're not hungry. They still got a little bit of food on the ground that I just dumped out of their feeder. Usually goats are curious, but I fed them quite a bit last night, so I don't know if the bucket trick's gonna work. They're kind of just all over here chilling out. So what I might do is try to get that bucket, shake it, pour some in there and walk away and see if they come. All right, so it ain't working too great. You got one going in there, but I just kind of thought of something. Usually goats love these leaves, so I'm gonna take my knife and cut one of these branches down and see if they won't go after the candy. Whiskey. Hey, no, we want it in there, buddy. Hey, come here, quit. That's for the goats. Come on, hey, come on. Come, Whiskey, come. Whiskey, come. Come on. It's not for you. It's not for you. You want a stick? Here, come on, get this stick. Right here, look, right here. Come on. All right. Whiskey, no. All right, get over there with your other goats. Come on. Get in there, guys. Okay, the one that's left that's not in there is the one we're actually keeping. We got a couple more younger ones over in the big pen we got to catch, which those goats are all way over there. But all these are going to be sold today. Lacey, I don't know if you helped or not. You were just playing, weren't you? Huh? You didn't want me to take them. So there's the lone one right there.
Keep coming. You need to go that way a little. Well, we could probably slide it over. Yeah, just come on back. You like about that much.
I can slam it harder, but I don't want to screw them.
Back this way.
Huh?
This
Alright. Alright, we got these goats loaded over here, all these little bucklings on this little pen. And you guys notice we just got the small pig loaded up. This is the pig that we've had for a while. He is so much smaller than these, and we got a butcher date coming up in about 2 months. And we've got all these sold. One of them is for us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go trade this one. We're gonna sell it and buy another one that is close to the size of these. We want the ideal weight, about 260, 290, 300 pounds at butcher date. These are gonna be perfect. We've already got customers that has put deposits down on all of these for that butcher date. The main thing about butcher hogs for the past 2 years is it is almost impossible to get a butcher date. They're like a year out. So if you wanna raise a hog, it's hard to plan for raising them to where their weight is just ideal for that date. But we got this one loaded up, so since we're going to the sale, we'll go ahead and load him up, take him. All the goats are loaded up. You see, we got a few more to go grab. We're gonna go grab Mickey and load him up. And we got a couple of young ones over in the Kiko and Spanish pen. All right, so now we're backed up to the barn. And we got some, okay, so they're all over here. We'll get that bucket of feed. And we'll go ahead and feed them, close this gate and grab the ones we want. Hopefully they all come. This is where this feed bunk is gonna come in handy. You know, goats. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Bucket trained goats. They ain't had a bucket in a long time, but they remember. You can go ahead and feed them in that bunk. Make sure all the ones that are coming that I think they're all in here. Come on, goat. I think that's the little girl. We're not gonna take her. I know that might be the boy. Come on, goat. Yep, that's him right there. The boys.
Where are they? The little ones ain't in there.
The little white ones ain't?
No. They usually stay to themselves in the pasture.
Come on, go. Come on, go.
Alright, I need to open that side.
Here comes one of the white ones. Come on, go. Come on, go. Come on, go. Here, go. Here goes. Here goes.
Come on, go!
Come on, go.
Here they go.
They're out there by the tree.
They are not bucket trained.
You want to catch that other one? You already caught the one you're catching. Okay.
What's he want?
You want to try to run them up here?
Come on! Come on, boys! Come on, goats!
No, there's one more. A little white one.
Get back, Skeeter. Is that it?
Yep. I got him. Hands up. Alright, he said I surrender. See if I can do this one-handed. Okay. Get in there. Good job, herding dog. Yeah, we'll put him on the side. Alright, so now we're coming over here to the Pico pen. We're gonna grab Mickey. I don't know where he's at. Him and Chip's been kind of dueling because a lot of these girls are ready to breed, and we got 2 bucks in here, so we don't want one of them to get hurt. Hey, shake that bucket. Come on, goats! Okay, there's Mickey. Come on, goats! Some of the babies coming. And there's Chip. There's Mr. Chip. We got babies all over the place. And we got some new babies. Whenever I get back from hauling this trailer off with all this livestock, I'll give you guys an update on the new surprise we got here. We got some new babies I want to show you. And Shadow's babies are doing great.
Mickey.
That's them right there.
Come here, Mickey.
There's Mickey.
Come here, Mickey.
Alright, here, grab this. Oh, you're all sticky. He's a sticky goat. No, kid.
Mojo, what are we doing?
Get her on some. It's breeding time. These goats really stink. Oh, that's all of them. All right, so we got them all loaded up. We're gonna head to the sale. The sale we're going to does not allow filming, so we're gonna respect their policy. When we get back, I'll show you guys the surprise we got. All right, that was a successful trip to the sale barn. We got all 15 bucks unloaded. Got the little pig unloaded. And I gotta try to find another one to replace it. Time for the surprise. So I'm coming out here to the Pico pen. Like I said, we had a huge surprise, guys. We had another goat that we was not even expecting to have babies. And that was Princess. Let's go see where her babies are. She likes hiding them. Chip, you're the lone man over here now. Hope you're happy, bud. No more competition. Okay, I don't see Princess's baby, but we got another surprise. Wait till you guys see this. We got more babies. Now, we did know that Cammie was going to have babies, and it looks like she just had one like within the last hour or so. I don't know. I only see one right now, but this is crazy. Cammie? Good job. There's Cammie's new baby. I only see one. You know, girl. It's a little boy. He looks just like Chip. He's got the chocolate chips all over him. He looks like peanut butter with chocolate chips in him. But this was not the surprise I planned on showing you guys. But we'll take it. Now we gotta find Princess's babies, because that's the ones I was really wanting to show you. But why not show you 2 surprises in one day? Good job, Cammie. Well, I came out to show them the surprise, and now we got 2.
Oh my God.
That's a beautiful little baby.
Oh.
I don't know where Princess's babies are, do you?
They're in the barn, I'm sure.
She does a good job at
Oh, nope.
hiding them. Oh, they're camo. So, like I always say in our baby goat videos, baby goats by instinct know to hide. Here is Princess's new babies. And I think they're a boy and a girl, right?
Yes. Princess usually has one huge single boy, but this year she has.
She has the last 2 years, you know it?
Yep, I know.
So the rooster, the white rooster, is babysitting these babies.
So did you tell him about Mojo?
No, that's what.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the other night, Kevin had to make a quick trip to Walmart at like late for a school project for Caleb that he needed for the next day. So he's pulling off, and it's like 9:30 at night. And he said, there is a baby goat. He calls me from his truck and says, there is a baby goat, like crying, like something's wrong. So get my shoes on and come out here. And I find this little baby, this little girl. I think she's a girl. I didn't check real good. I need to check again. Over here by that fence line in the woods, or by the woods. And she was wet. And I started to panic because I'm like, where's her mom? I could not find who had her. And Mojo was out here laying with her because she was in distress. And so he was laying out here, and I'm looking and looking. I looked for probably a good 5 minutes or so at every goat trying to figure out who had the baby. And then finally Mojo just gets up and moseys over to the barn and lays in front of the barn like, hello, duh, look in here. So I go in the barn, and Princess,
Yep, that's a girl.
had this little boy in the barn. So I don't know if she had him here to start off with or in the barn, and that one just wandered off. But
Oh,
look,
she's coming to you. She's, are you my mommy?
she thinks I'm her mommy. Yeah. So, yeah, I was
She's
very
pretty little
impressed
girl. Got some frosted ears going on.
with Mojo. And
Yeah, that's a good instinct of a livestock guardian dog.
yes, he amazes me every day.
Have you checked this one to see if it's a boy for sure?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a boy. He's huge.
All right, let's see. Well, you know, little guy, a girl. Here, let's see your tail. Here. Nope, it's a girl.
Are you serious?
Yep, two girls. Two girls.
I just assumed it was a boy because it was so much bigger. Usually
Two sissies.
in our twins, if one is way
Yeah,
larger, it's
usually, but-
always the boy. You got a big sister.
So there you guys.
Aw.
So there you guys go. Two surprises in one day. We got these little goats that were born 2 nights ago, and then Cammie just had hers.
I want to go see Cammie's. She
Yeah, we
just
can go
have
see
one.
it. Yeah, she only had one so far, but she just had it, so she's still staying over there by herself. She's the first time mom, so we're not going to bother her or pick up her kid or anything. I can clearly see it's a boy, so
This one likes me because
Yeah.
I had to save her and put her with her mommy.
yeah, she remembers that.
So
But anyway, stay tuned, and you guys can see what kind of pig we end up bringing back home to raise for us to butcher. We got about 2 months left, and the reason you want to get it before 30 days before butcher day is sometimes people like to medicate and worm their hogs, and we try to not do that here unless we really have to.
yeah.
But clearly do not worm or medicate anything you're going to eat within 30 days. A lot of medicines are different. A lot of the hog dewormers and stuff says do not slaughter within 30 days of using this product. So
Right.
we don't know, like if say we were going to buy a pig to butcher the week before our butcher date, there's no guarantee that, you know, because it didn't come from us, that
Right.
the current farmer didn't just medicate it or something. So you never know. So that'll give us a good 60 days to
He said,
clear
yep.
anything out just in case anyone medicated or anything. So okay, so before we end this video, you know goats are herd animals, and right now we only have the one goat over here and he's kind of crying and stuff. So we were trying to figure out a goat to put in here with them. We only have Elle, which is our main breeding buck right now, and he's over here breeding females currently. So what we're going to do is we're going to go pick out a female. You might get a bucket of feed. We'll get them back in here and we'll pick one out, and then we'll put them in here so there'll at least be 2 animals. The goats do not do well on their own. They get scared and kind of cry. They're social animals, herding animals. And we might get a bigger goat to put in here. That way it can kind of start training Leesky, because he's only been used to these bucks. So we're going to pick out a goat and put it in there. That way that goat's not on its own. Quack, quack. You guys are a long way from the pond. Oh, that's where they're going. Come on, goats! Got more food. Goats.
Come on.
Come on.
We're like, oh, this is a treat day.
Yeah.
This never happens.
Come on, goats.
Come on. Come on, baby.
There they go.
Come on.
We'll get them in here, Dean. Go ahead and get. Well, I was gonna say go ahead and get behind that deal so you can feed them, but.
Come on. Come on. Come on, go. Come on. Guess I need on that side.
Yeah. Which ones?
Well,
These big black ones, though.
I kind of want a bossy one.
She's bossy and so is this one. They're gonna come catch over there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap. Never mind. I don't want to be in.
She's big.
Yeah, she's real good.
She's got good horns to grab.
Yeah, she's hard to catch.
Okay. That one looks pretty pregnant.
Which one?
Right close to you.
This one?
Yeah, but I can't tell if she's just fat or pregnant.
We'll grab her and then another one so close to you. Another way. Okay, so we got one of our older Spanish and one of our biggest goats here on the farm, which is a full-blood black Kiko. And they're in here now. So we decided to do 2 does and 1 buck. They are herd animals. This is going to be training Leesky. So like I said, she is one of our biggest does on the farm, that big black one over there. And if he tries to pull anything with these goats, since they're a little different, she will definitely put him in his place. And you can see that buck's already kind of rubbing horns with her and stuff. They're not being aggressive, but this is going to be a good training setup for Leesky. And they're kind of sparring there. But now they're not alone. Alright guys, so thank you so much for following us on this goat adventure today. It was not that bad wrangling all 15 goats and getting them over there. Coming home, wrangling 2 more of our biggest ones and getting them back over here. That's why we like leaving the horns on them. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. Stay with us. Subscribe if you're not subscribed so you can see the status of Leesky's training and how these goats
Did you
get
tell
along.
them why we picked the bigger goats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of a learning curve for all of us right now. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of our Hidden Heights Farm family. We appreciate all of you guys. We cannot say that enough. Without you guys, we would not be doing this. So we appreciate all of you.
Make sure you guys subscribe, like this video, leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time.
Before we go, make sure to remember our Okie Homesteading Expo that's coming up.
Yep.